I can totally imagine that's like a situation that you would be in. You know what I mean? You're like,
Yeah.
This is the bathroom all the way at the side of the office that nobody uses because it's the closest one to the lab, and I'm the only one in the lab. It's serenity. It's my peace. So what the fuck are you doing here?
Pretty much.
He's like describing the perfect place to go, and I was like, oh, dude, that's fucking Rick, man.
Dude, I know the perfect times to go.
All right, everybody, welcome to Hot Couch Potato, the podcast where we talk about video games and the county fair. My name is Brent, a.k.a. Boo-Wop. I'm here with my man's Rick, a.k.a. A New Perfect Day. What's going on, man?
Is that really what it is? A county fair? San Diego County... Oh.
It's not the Del Mar Fair no more, is it?
No. It's like the San Diego Fair. San Diego County. Either way, I went to the fair today.
If it's a fair, it has to be in the county, man. It sounds more country. I feel like.
Ate all the fried food and my stomach was gurgling. So yeah, you definitely have to watch out because it's a lot of greasy foods. And I tried a sausage, giant sausage hot dog thing with nacho cheese on top, curly fries, onions and peppers. And inside the actual sausage is jalapeno cheese. So... I was like, you know what? This is going to hurt me later. And I took Pepto-Bismol right after I ate the meal. So I wasn't feeling anything until I was getting closer to my home. Then that's when I was like starting to feel it. And yeah, goes in spicy, comes out spicy. Confirmed.
Confirmed. It's only if you eat like the jalapeno seeds or something, isn't it?
I have no idea. I can't handle it. I can't handle like Tabasco at this point.
It's weird because I think I've told you before. The only thing that ever gets me is the jalapeno burgers at Carl's Jr. Like no matter what other spicy food I eat, I can tolerate it pretty well. It doesn't really come out too spicy. But if I eat the jalapeno burger from Carl's Jr., I will just be on the toilet for like an hour. Just, tapping my feet, fucking scratching my thighs, just like, ugh, dude, why did I do this to myself?
Sweating.
Yeah, dude, just sweating and crying, Wishing you had one of those, like, Japanese toilets to shoot the water to cool yourself down, dude, or something like that.
Oh, my God, that is an amazing idea. Yeah. I'm looking at Japan right now, pictures of Japan. I was like, man, yeah, I missed the bidet thing or whatever it was.
Doesn't that actually work worse? Like, if you use water, won't it just, like, spread the spicy?
Maybe, yeah. I haven't had spicy food in Japan. Maybe I should try that one night.
Okay. Is there spicy food in Japan?
No,
Not really,
I don't think so. They're more of like the sweet and regular end. Because when I ask for spicy, they give like the chili oil or something like that, and it's not really spicy.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. I don't think I've really had Japanese food that was spicy. I mean, they have those ramen challenges, but is spicy ramen a thing in Japan?
I have no idea. I only had ramen once, but yeah, I definitely gotta double check.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, because you hear about like, Thailand, they have all the peppers and stuff. I think Korea has, kimchi is spicy. Yeah, you don't really hear anything that crazy about Japan and spicy food, which might be a good thing. Because, no, that's not a good thing. You have to test out their toilets, dude.
Bring my own little case of sriracha.
That would be fucking rough, man. But yeah, no, this was the week of E3, so a lot of stuff came out. Last week, you guys watched the Xbox press conference with us. A lot of stuff happened there. Everybody thought it was going to be the best press conference of the weekend. I don't think it was. I think Nintendo actually killed it. Did you watch any other ones, man?
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't remember too much of it.
Did you watch
to Nintendo
press conference?
I did. and I
Mhm.
still don't remember half of the things. I think it's because they were just like working on older stuff. Yeah, the
Mm.
games all look the same except for
Oh, you know
Watch
what? You're right. Actually,
Dogs.
yeah, you're right. All the
Yeah,
games did look the same. It was all either like a Tom Clancy game or something like that. Because they didn't even show uh Beyond Good and Evil 2, right? They've
yeah.
been trying to show that game off for years, and they didn't have anything on that. Also, I don't know. That other year they had that Mario Rabbids game, so there was something a little bit different. I think they showed a little bit of like Assassin's Creed, but that was only the beginning. So it really was just like a bunch of games with like soldiers with guns and shit, man. So you're right. It really did all look the same at the Ubisoft press conference, except for Watch Dogs, which I've never played a Watch Dogs in my life. This one looks interesting, dude.
Yeah, I think the Watch Dogs 2 was pretty good. It got good scores.
Mm.
So yeah, if they learned their lesson from number one at least, then yeah, it should be good.
You played the first one, or you played the second one? I mean,
I haven't played the second one,
uh,
but yeah, the first one, I can see where we were pretty overhyped, and then
mm-hmm,
it just felt pretty stale. Like after you beat a mission, you have to drive across town in your vehicle or whatnot. And then after you finish that mission, then you got to drive all the way back to wherever you started. Then you have to drive over here, drive over there. It's like you spend most of the time just driving, and
what
it's
the
pretty
missions?
monotone.
The missions weren't that cool because it's only worth it if the
It
missions are
was
cool.
all the same, like literally hack this, infiltrate this, and then all of a sudden you're ambushed, so defeat your way out, kind
Mm-hmm.
of thing.
That's
And they're
interesting.
literally all the same. The ones that were pretty cool were like, I guess, like cop cars, and I
Mm-hmm.
think that might have been multiplayer. But
Mm-hmm.
either way, you're like running from the cops, and then you're activating all those little trip, security.
Sure.
What do you call those things? The police bars or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, and you could turn on the lights red to try and fuck up traffic and all that.
Yeah, and sometimes that fucked me up because I do it too early, and then I ran into the cars, and I was like, okay, I'm stealing your car because I wrecked mine.
That's funny, man. But what got me the craziest is um you're not just one central character anymore. If anything, I think you're more of an AI, and you basically recruit a bunch of hackers and specialists to form your own little revolution. 'Cause I guess London is like under the eye now. They have just all kinds of drones and um, surveillance cameras everywhere. Which is, I mean, it's kind of like that right now. They don't really have the drones, but there's just CCTV all over the place in London. So you're just making this group to kind of go against that, and you control anybody in the group. And the people, it's really anybody. They said you can go and just recruit anybody out there in the world that has a special ability, whether they're a hacker, engineer. I think they have like ex assassins and um, like bouncers or brutes or something that you can get on your squad too, just in case you just need something to be broken.
No.
I think that whole mechanic just looks sick. And the best part was of the trailer, you just control a regular guy, and I think he died, and he died. Like once he died in the little mission he was doing, there was no way to bring him back. So you had to recruit someone to replace him. And the other person they started using was this old lady to go and steal some information from the police station. And it was fucking amazing, dude. She was like hobbling around and shit, tasering people and stuff, dude.
Dude, she was like moving super slow.
No, that's what made it so perfect. Just, they didn't give her like super abilities or anything. She's really just like this old lady. I think there was one point where she had to climb over something that was waist high, and it looked like it took her 5 minutes to climb over this thing. So I think that's cool. Like, you got to take into account your playstyle just depending on what character you're using. Like with her, you just can't go all fucking Rambo and shoot everybody up. You have to be more slick about it and blend in and shit. Because there's no way she would have survived the mission that the first guy died in. He got gunned down by like a bunch of drones.
Yeah.
And then I think the third character they controlled was like a soldier or something, because she was doing like crazy takedown moves, and in between the takedown moves, she would shoot off a couple bullets into the guy. So it's insane, man. I'm excited. I think alone the ability to just control a bunch of people and have different abilities just depending on who you're using excites me. It's super similar to what's that game called that we've been playing with the zombies? State of Decay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on State of Decay, we just get different people in our place, and depending how we use them and level them up, they play differently from others. Like you have your person that can shoot really well, and one person that has a lot of stamina, could carry a lot of stuff in their backpack. I feel like that's what this game is going to be, and it'll be fun. You just don't take the story too seriously, I hope, because you can't take the story too seriously in State of Decay. I think only have one goal, and that's to get out, really. So maybe the goal is, I guess what I'm saying is, if the story isn't too serious in this new Watch Dogs movie, then it might be good. Because wasn't the story super serious in the first one?
Yeah, I totally forgot why Aiden Pierce was doing anything. I don't even remember his backstory. So yeah, we were always pretty serious, and we were always trying to interrupt. I don't even know who we were fighting. It wasn't the police. It was something.
Like some underground organization type thing.
God, I think I completely blocked it out of my memory. There is one time though when I was playing online multiplayer, and then I think I talked about this in the podcast, but essentially it was one guy is supposed to hide until whatever timer, and the other guy has to find you, and then there was this fence in the way. And then so the guy saw me, but he can't shoot through the fence because it was like a wood fence. So every time he jumps over the fence, he enters an animation, and he has to put away his gun and jump the fence. So while he's jumping the fence, I'm jumping the fence to go back to his side. So I remember for 5 minutes straight, we were both jumping the fence back and forth because I don't have a gun. I just have to run and hide. But I figured, you know what? He can't shoot me while he's in the middle of animation. So we were just doing this for a whole 5 minutes to the point where he got fed up, and then he took out a rocket launcher and blew up the entire fence. And then I was like, oh, damn. And then that's when he caught me.
What the fuck, dude?
It was so funny.
So bullets can't go through this wooden fence. You just blow it up with a fucking rocket launcher. Dude.
Rocket launcher, yeah.
That's kind of funny. That is kind of funny. But yeah, no, kind of excited for it. I think that was the highlight of the Ubisoft press conference for sure. Bethesda had a press conference, usual stuff, Fallout. What else do they have? Nothing on Elder Scrolls 6 or the new space Elder Scrolls game they have yet. They showed more Doom. What was the highlight of that conference? Oh, dude, that new scary game. The Japanese one you sent me the trailer for, where there's people disappearing and stuff.
Oh, yeah, that one looked pretty cool.
Tokyo Ghosts or something, or Ghost something.
Is that Ubisoft's? That was Ubisoft's?
No, that was in Bethesda's press conference.
Oh,
yeah.
That looked pretty sick. Like everyone's just disappearing out of nowhere, and I was like, wow, what are the conditions for you to disappear?
Yeah, I think what I like about it more is, it's called Ghostwire. I think what I like about it is you don't just jump immediately into thinking it is supernatural. When they were explaining the game, they kind of hinted at that. At first, you think it's like a government conspiracy or something like that, or maybe some gang is doing like human trafficking or something, because you're just a regular investigator trying to figure out where all these people are going. So I think I'm more interested in that, is like seeing how it all starts in the beginning and then how it could turn into a supernatural thing. Like I would love the game, right? If you're just this regular detective that's searching for missing people, and you just go into this whole thing where you're like beating up Yakuza, or you go to the mayor's office and you beat him up because you think he's involved, and then at the end of it, there's just like this fucking giant ass like demon Oni monster, like a real monster, dude. And he's like, yes, I'm the one that's kidnapping everybody. You're like, what the fuck? Like, there's no hint of any demons in this game at all. Into like the last hour, it turns into like fucking, what's that game? It turns into fucking, oh wow, what's that samurai game that Capcom came out with?
Neo.
No. It was like Resident Evil, but with Onimusha. It turns to Onimusha where there's just like fucking demons everywhere, dude. That would that would make it my favorite game, dude. Just like a twist at the very fucking end, man. That would be crazy. But I just hope it's not too scary, dude. Because
looking at these images, I'm like, yeah, it looked cool, but then the more I see it, it looks pretty scary.
Because it's the same guy that made, well, originally he made Resident Evil 2, but more recently he made The Evil Within, which I bought that game and totally didn't play it. So
yeah.
I think I've traded it in to get my PS4 Pro, and that's what eventually happened to it, man. But, no, yeah, that was the highlight of, what is it? What was this one? Bethesda's for me. They talked about, they're putting Battle Royale in Fallout 76, dude. Just throw into everything, man.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that sounds great, but I don't play that game, so.
But I think it will be tight. Well, they probably figured it out already, just because, you know, Fallout 76 is multiplayer in general. We could just do VATS in Battle Royale. That would seem like cheating, dude. That thing where it pauses and you could, like, put all your shots into headshots or something, not even have to aim. That'd be fucking funny, man.
Yeah.
What else? Squaresoft, they took up, or Square Enix, my bad. They took up,
that's okay.
PlayStation.
You can say Squaresoft.
Usual time. Yeah, because Squaresoft is the gods. But they took up Sony's usual time, prime time, Monday night, dude, and they fucking did not disappoint, dude. Didn't I say this like months ago, dude?
Yeah, you're like,
ago when they bought up that time that they weren't just gonna do it just to hang out and show fucking
Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah, not 14, or you were like reading off a bunch of games that they were coming off with.
Yeah, like they're
that they
like
could possibly show at this thing.
Hey, you did have those doubts when I mentioned it.
That's very true. That is very true. But kind of similar to, it's kind of funny though. It's similar to Ubisoft, where Ubisoft just showed a bunch of tactical army third-person shooters. Square showed off a bunch of RPGs, dude, that just look the same, man. It's kind of crazy. But no, yeah, they really showed out Final Fantasy VII Remake. The night before the Square Enix conference, they had a live orchestra concert. Like, I don't know what it's called. Is it called? It's not the One Winged Angel group, is it? Or just some orchestra that Square has?
Yeah.
They performed a bunch of music from Final Fantasy in a theater on Sunday night. And during that concert, they showed a mini trailer of Final Fantasy VII Remake and showed the release date, which is March 3rd, 2020. So it's beautiful, dude. We just have to live for less than a year and we'll be able to play this game, dude.
Yeah. I remember too, right when it was revealed, and they're like, oh yeah, this is gonna be the, what was it, that collector's edition version. Immediately I was on their website looking for that collector's edition, and I was like, man, I gotta get that that collector's edition.
Mm-hmm.
And I did, like, you don't have to pay until whenever it comes out. And then we were playing Sea of Heroes the other day. You're like, should we really be investing in this collector's edition? So that little seed of doubt was like sown into my heart. No. I was like, you know what?
You didn't cancel it yet, did you?
No. Okay, I didn't. So like, I was like trying to justify. I was like, you know what? They did spend 20 years of my life, to actually remake this game. So I think I should be buying this collector's edition. And then on my other half was like, you know what, Rick? Are you gonna really be playing with the figurine that's gonna be coming out?
I was figurine, dude.
Exactly. And I was like, you know what? I don't need to play it. I can just display it. And he's like, where are you gonna take it out of the box? I'm like, damn. So I was going back and forth between that the entire time, and then finally I said, you know what? I'm still gonna keep it.
Awesome, dude. Because that was my whole thing. Is the only reason I was really doubting it was like, man, it's called the First Class Edition, right? It comes with the game, Cloud on the motorcycle, like a figure of it. We get like steel case and some extra summons and stuff like that. The only thing that has me apprehensive about it is this is part 1 of Final Fantasy VII Remake, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows how many parts they're going to be? I'm hoping it's going to be 3, right? They just split the game up into 3. How crazy is it if each part has its own First Class Edition? Dude?
Oh my god. Yeah. Damn, we're literally spending that $1,000.
Like the next one, the figure is like fucking Eris getting stabbed, dude, and stuff.
Oh
like,
my god, I need it.
That'd be a crazy statue, dude. And then the last one is, I don't know, is fucking Sid taking off in his goddamn what is it, in his spaceship and shit like that, dude.
Yeah.
That would be insane, man.
Damn.
And we would literally spend $1,000 on a video game, dude.
Yep. And they were like literally eating our words, saying, "I would spend $1,000 for this game." And I'm like, "Oh shit, we are going to be spending
to play Final Fantasy VII Remake." Now the opportunity is here, and we're like,
about that. I would like to eat for the rest of the year.
Oh man, so that's super exciting, man. Just super duper excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake. They finally showed off Tifa, and I think I'm happy with the design, dude. Rick wanted a little bit more fan service, which is understandable, dude.
I know. I was like, hey, there's some adjustments have been made.
Well, I think it's all right, man. I think they're keeping more towards her, like Advent Children build a little bit. But man, the game just looks beautiful. I know a lot of what they showed is cutscenes, but even like when they explained the fight system and the battle system and all that, the game just looks great too.
Yep.
And then didn't you say you saw that it's gonna be on just the first part is gonna be on 2 Blu-ray discs?
2 Blu-ray discs, which is crazy because if Witcher has 1 and it's like a huge storyline, super detailed and everything, then that means this has to exceed it by a lot.
Yeah. My dream is that just the way they showed Midgar when they zoomed out in that first trailer, you just get to go through all of that.
All of the whole city.
The whole thing. Yeah.
I was like, please send me through that. Please.
Because that'd be awesome, man. Because really, in Midgar, you're only in like 3 or 4 main places.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you're outside.
Yeah. So maybe if they've connected all of it, because technically, there's the upper plate, and then you take a train to the slums where the church is, where Avalanche has their hideout and stuff like that. You really go to the upper plate to like when you're blowing shit up, I think you get to the upper plate from like Don Corneo's mansion too, once they drop one of the plates down onto the slums below, so you can get revenge and shit. But yeah, if they have just all that connect and like make Midgar its own open world, that'd be crazy, dude.
Exactly.
Which I'm hoping and I'm thinking is what it's gonna be. But they need to have it all, man. There's been a lot of reports of people playing the demo at E3, dude, and I'm just super jealous, man. I wish I could be playing. Everybody's been saying that it's their game of the show, so those are all good signs, because there's always a fear too, right? Since they're releasing this in parts, that if this game doesn't do well, they just won't make the rest of the parts.
No.
Because I read a report too that people were scared because someone asked the producer for Final Fantasy VII Remake, "Oh, hey, what's the plan? When are the other parts coming out?" And the guy was like, "I don't know." So I feel like they have no plan besides just to get part 1 out and in our hands, which I'm not complaining about. I want to play that as soon as possible. but don't do it at the cost of the other parts, dude. Because technically, if this first part is just Midgar, right?
Mhm.
We'll only have maybe 4 out of the 8 main characters that we can control in the party by that time. You imagine playing a 50-hour game with not even the full party? That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
You don't get Vincent or Yuffie until you leave. You
Leave
don't get
the
Sid.
whole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't get Sid. I think Kate Sith is in fucking Golden Saucer, dude. So yeah, man, that's kind
I
of wild.
wonder, are we going to be carrying our stats over, or I hope that's going to be the case, and they won't like divide it up, and you're going to be start from level 1 when you play the other discs.
No, and I hope not. Yeah, I hope it carries the save over. So I think we should be good. Oh, dude, I just can't wait. Can't wait for the game, man. I was talking to someone yesterday who was willing to spend like the $1,200 on all first class editions, dude, and it got me pumped up. I was like, man, maybe I will too. But now that I look
You
at my
heard
bank
it
account-
here.
now that
You
I look
heard
at my bank account,
it.
I don't know anymore. We'll see how this first one comes through, man. But dude, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Just because I talk about all the time how Resident Evil 2 remake was great because it wasn't a 1-for-1 copy of the first Resident Evil 2. They made some changes to modernize the game, and it just worked out beautifully. There were parts that were similar, but not the exact same. That's what I feel like Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be. Everything's going to be similar, but not exactly the same. So, March can't come by soon enough, dude. We got to do a countdown. How long?
We're going to say this now, and then tomorrow it's going to come out.
It's almost maybe like 9 months? 9 months until it comes out, dude.
Yeah.
We'll call Final Fantasy VII like the hot couch potato baby. It takes nine months for a baby to be born, dude. Once you find out, right?
Exactly.
This will be the hot couch potato baby. Coming with fucking baby bump updates and shit, man. They need to make that what is it? They need to make that demo public, dude. Just let us play it on PS Plus, man.
What if it's only for those who reserve first class edition?
Boom. Then we're already in there, man.
Exactly.
I just remember it was funny because they showed the game and the trailer. We saw Tifa. We were excited. Oh, they showed Marlene too, which she didn't have any like lines. So I wonder if they haven't casted her
voice
actor yet. Yeah, because she looks like she's excited to see Barrett when he comes home. But there's like nothing because I've obviously watched this trailer 50 billion times by now, right?
Yep.
And there's no voice or anything. That was one thing I was thinking about too. Marlene needs to make us a cocktail or something and give it to us in Seventh Heaven Bar, dude.
Exactly.
You can't have Tifa pour it up. That's not how it happened in the original game, man. I don't care if you're scared about like, underage drinking. Fuck it, dude. That's how it happened, bro.
You know what I'm most scared of thinking about it? I hope they don't just like have simple dialogue, they have the voice actors for the main characters. But then, remember how Final Fantasy 14 was, where like the rest was just text bubbles?
Oh, yeah.
I pray they don't like resort to that,
Yeah, at least with interactions between the main characters. Man, it would be crazy if they had voice actors for all the NPCs too. It's not impossible. Like the Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, and Skyrim do that, but you could tell like all the NPCs, like some of them have similar voices or something, right?
Yeah.
After a while, you could tell two people have the same voice. That'd be interesting.
Maybe that's why it's gonna take up 2 discs because of the voice acting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting. That would ruin the immersion for sure, though. if they just all of a sudden stop talking, or what they do
Exactly.
in like Octopath Traveler. They just say the first two words of the text bubble.
Yep.
Like the text bubble will read, "Oh my God, this can't happen in this part of town," right? But the character just says, "Oh my God," and then we have to read the rest of it.
Yeah, like what happened? Why? Oh my
Wait,
god!
what? Oh my God! Wait, what? Yeah, man. But no, that was funny when the trailer ended. And then they showed pre-order today. We're like, yes, dude, pre-ordered the deluxe edition today, and we're like, yes. And then the cameras went to the crowd, and we're like, all right, cool, deluxe edition it is, dude. And then you heard the motorcycle, and then showed the first class edition. I was like, all right, dude, first class edition, let's go.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I'm poor. I have nothing in here. I'm gonna do it.
Oh man, but that was good. What else did they show, dude? They showed a new Avengers game, which I thought wasn't bad, dude. What were your thoughts on the new Avengers game that Square is making?
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped to. It looked like you can fly with Iron Man, and that's what I really want. I was reading a couple, articles that how people are getting upset, how it wasn't looking like, the movie characters, and I was like, really, this is a different take. This is how they can interpret things.
Exactly.
And why does it have to be exactly similar kind of thing? So I'm not upset. I just want to play as Iron Man, basically.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. Like, I saw the hate that the game was getting, and I mean, I kind of understand the Black Widow one. Black Widow does look like Lord Farquaad, man, from Shrek. But I think, this had never said it was gonna be like the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It was never gonna be like the movies. It was always gonna be its own thing. They're fucking opening an Avengers Tower in San Francisco, dude.
Really?
Yeah, that's in the trailer. That's where it's at. That's right on the Golden Gate Bridge.
Oh, I thought you meant in real life. I was like,
not real life.
What?
But in the trailer, they're putting an Avengers Tower in San Francisco. There's no Avengers Tower in San Francisco in the movie universe, dude. So stop fucking comparing it to it. I mean, Spider-Man didn't get that kind of treatment. Spider-Man's not tied into, the Spider-Man movies at all. But that was still a great game.
Exactly.
So I think, I don't know, people just need to get over, the movies and let the video game be its own thing. Maybe people are just upset that, the movies are over as they know it. It's on to the next kind of story arc in the Avengers. So they don't know how to feel about this being the replacement, which it really isn't. It's just a place for you to play as the Avengers, man.
Yep.
So yeah, it's just the main core Avengers. It looks like Captain America, who's not dead, dude. Captain America dies in the trailer, but he's coming back real quick. Was it Black Widow, Hulk, Captain America? I sort of said Captain America, Iron Man, Thor. Is that it? That was it, huh?
Ant-Man.
Oh, Ant-Man. They did show Ant-Man as well. Yeah. So there's just, and it's Pym. It's not what's his name from the movies. So yeah, stop comparing that shit, man. The video games are its own thing, dude. The part that got me the most excited was when Iron Man was in space, dude. That part looks sick.
Oh yeah, and he was in a different suit.
Yeah, he was in like a white and gold suit. Oh, that part was amazing, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to do the same thing, and as like Tony Stark, maybe fly through the Grand Canyon or something, or bomb a bunch of dudes, that are trying to plant a bomb or something.
Exactly.
That'd be great. Because it looks like all you're fighting is just humans, man. So how bad can it be? You could be Thor and just lightning all of them in one shot.
Yep.
But yeah, that looks good. That was the last thing that Square showed off. So they were banking on a lot on that one. Again, I think just wait till it comes out, man. That one doesn't come out until like April next year, I don't think. So it's still got a while. Oh, another thing I was excited about during the Square press conference, I was probably more excited for this than I was for Avengers, dude. They finally remastered Final Fantasy VIII, dude.
Oh
It's
yeah,
finally
for
coming out
this,
on everything.
and it's gonna come out on the Switch, so I'm like super, super happy.
I mean 7 is the greatest, you know. That's the one that really got me into Final Fantasy, right? So that's why it'll just always be my favorite. 8 is like right there with it for me, man, because
Yeah,
although I played 7, I was really not that old enough to like understand what was going on in the game, right? I was just like, oh, I need to level up and, you know, have big numbers so I could beat all the bosses and get all these materia and stuff like that. You know, I wasn't really comprehending what was going on. By the time Final Fantasy 8 came out, I can like kind of comprehend what was going on in the story and just fucking fell in love with it, dude. Plus, like, you know, Squall is like a moody fucking teenager. So you just relate to him so much, dude. So yeah, no, we've always talked about how like every other Final Fantasy game was on the Switch, was on the PS4, was everywhere, except for 8. So it's good that it's coming, man. I get to play it again, dude. And
dude. Yeah, I would like to even. I had never played it, so you're describing it as one of the great games. I need to
yeah,
definitely have a look at it.
it is for sure. They kind of give up on so Final Fantasy 8 was 4 discs. It's kind of funny. So like for us, man, you know how to separate, you know, what happened in disc 1, 2 and 3 in Final Fantasy 7, you know. People coming
Mhm.
up that never had the discs, they tell you about a part. To me, that's my initial reaction. Like, what disc was that on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like that's where I can best figure out what something happened in. But no, one there's a part in Final Fantasy 8 where you can tell they kind of just gave up on the story, and it was like near the end of the third disc, dude. The story just takes a turn. The first 2 discs of the game are fucking amazing. The last kind of like fourth of the game is out of this world. It's kind of crazy, man.
Yeah.
But stick with it as long as you can. It'll be worth it. That whole game is great, dude. But now the challenge for me is thinking if I want to buy it on PS4 or Switch, man.
I want Switch so I can have the
That's
portability
what I'm
of like
saying.
just laying
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
I need to have the portability now too, dude. I'm thinking about it.
Yep.
Because we'll get to that. Hold on. What else? Anything else happened in Square Enix? There was just a lot of RPGs, dude. That we don't really play. That were on there as well. I think that was it. Again, we watched the Xbox one. We recorded our reactions to that. Cyberpunk, of course, the biggest one out of there for me, at least, with Keanu Reeves, dude. Just coming out there and being super excited for the game.
Dude, that's what I was like. What if Keanu Reeves was or John Wick was in this movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it turns out he was at the end. I was like, man, I could have like been a psychic at one point of my life. Or fortune teller.
I was reading this article where he said he didn't think that people would be as excited to see him as they were. So that's good for him, man. getting recognition while he's out here still, man. That was good for
Dude.
Keanu Reeves, dude. I was excited.
Yeah, I was like reading like the internet. They're like super hyped and they're glad to have him in the game and everything. And then it got into, I don't know, it led me to a documentary of like Keanu Reeves and like he is the most down to earth person in real life and stuff.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like he like takes the subway, he like offers them their like his seat. He like I think he like paid for dinner for a bunch of people that like had their flights canceled, and it was just a lot of mixture of all the good things that he done, like gave most of his money away, helped charity and all that. And yeah, it was just crazy. So I was like, damn, I'm glad they actually put him in the video game.
Yeah, man. Good guy Keanu, man. Because there was definitely a time where he was just the butt of all jokes, dude. I mean, even I had the whole Keanu Reeves joke where it's like every movie he's in, he's like, whoa, dude, no way. That's like all he knew how to do in any movie. But
Yep.
shit don't matter no more, man. He's kicking ass out here as John Wick.
Hell yeah.
Now he'll be immortalized in fucking Cyberpunk, dude, in a video game. So that's cool.
Yep.
Because I've played a game with Keanu Reeves in it before. I definitely played the Matrix video games, which were crazy because they totally tied into the movies. It's funny. There's a code in the Matrix game where you can just have invincibility.
Oh.
And in that game, you could not kill agents, no matter what you did. They had just like infinite health, or they were always blocking or dodging your attacks. So, playing that game with the invincibility, you just fight for 5 hours with the agent, dude, and that's it. Because you're supposed to run, but if you turn and fight them, they just never die, and you never die. So it was always a good time. So that was exciting. But the one thing, at least I took away from this, besides Cyberpunk being the biggest release, oh no, they had Elden Ring too, the new, what do you call it? The new From Software game, but that had already been leaked. Oh, which makes me think about it, man. Leaks kind of ruined Xbox's press conference, dude.
Did it?
I think so, because when they announced the From Software game, we knew it was coming, right?
Yeah.
We knew that, it's going to be, whatever his name is, and George R.R. Martin making a game. So once we saw the names, we're like, oh, here we go. And they just kind of showed a CG trailer with nothing showing how the game is going to be like. They just showed some cool designs. So we're like, all right, that's cool. I guess we'll see what happens when it comes out. The hype wasn't really there. Can you imagine if that was our first time ever seeing that they were collaborating? We would be so excited, dude.
Exactly.
So I think,
exactly.
yeah, I think the leaks kind of ruined that. Because, what if someone told us 2 weeks ago, oh, it's going to be crazy. Cyberpunk is going to have Keanu Reeves in it, and Keanu Reeves is going to be there, and he's going to announce the game. We're like, oh, okay, whatever, that's cool. And then when we actually see it, we're like, oh, dude, he's there. But we wouldn't have gone crazy like we did.
Crazy, yeah, exactly.
So I used to say that leaks were a good thing. It prepares us. But no, not if you're doing big announcements. Don't let that shit leak out, please. Because that kind of sucked. I wish I would have had a better reaction to the to the From Software game, but it just came out to be like, oh, okay, cool. I can't wait till the game comes out.
Yep.
But one thing I actually took from that press conference into life was the Xbox Ultimate Pass. They announced the PC Pass that would have a bunch of games. There's the Xbox Game Pass that has a bunch of games on Xbox that you could download and play on there, as long as you have this membership. Of course, they have Xbox Live Gold. Always been talking about how it'd be great if they just combined all that shit. They finally did into Xbox Ultimate. And for your first month, it's $1. I bought that shit so quick, dude.
Yeah. We got to make sure we cancel this.
No, yeah. I got to make sure too, because dude, we don't have Xboxes. We're doing this solely for the PC membership. But I'll let you know right now, man. It's not a bad deal, dude. They have some pretty good. The PC lineup is super limited compared to what's on the Xbox. But there are a lot of games on here that I've been actually meaning to buy, dude. Mm-hmm. So first and foremost, Metro Exodus is on there. You can download that onto your PC. And ever since I got my new graphics card, shout outs to Rick, dude. I've been wanting to play this game and just flex out the graphics, And I've been able to do it. And unfortunately for me, I'm getting really into the story, but I have no time to play this fucking game, dude. It's crazy. You're probably never gonna play this game, right?
Yeah.
So real quick, Russia's just like destroyed by nuclear war, so everybody has to live underground in the Metro. So that's why it's called Metro. This is the third one in the series. I've never played the first two, so I don't really know what's going on. But you're in the underground where the trains used to go. That's where you live now, since the nuclear fallout doesn't affect it. And it's the main character's dream is that, the world hasn't ended. There's got to be other survivors other than the people that are underground. So one of the first things you do is you run across this train station, and you infiltrate it. Something happens, and you turn off this, and you shoot this machine that they have going on. And what that machine is I want to say like an EMP or something. It blocks all the radio broadcasts, and when he shoots it and breaks it, he starts getting all these radio broadcasts in from Europe, from America, from Africa, from Asia, and it turns out there are way more people out in the world than he thought there were. You know, the world hadn't ended after all.
Ah.
So now the goal of the game is to, like, you know, meet up with what's left of the Russian government and figure out what they're gonna do from that point on. And that's the part I'm on now. It's pretty cool. Right now we're on a train just going to where the remnants of the Russian government are at, to try and figure out what to do next. And there's just like crazy religious fanatics out there that are trying to kill us now, and all kinds of giant bears and dogs and all that stuff attacking us. So it's a fun game, dude. It's a super fun game. But like I said, I do not have time to play this shit at all, man.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff to play. So that was a good one. That's one of the first ones I downloaded. Moonlighter, which is kind of how can I describe this, dude? It's kind of like Zelda, I want to say, where you just go into dungeons and you kill stuff and get loot, and then you leave the dungeon. You own a store and you sell whatever you got in the dungeon in your store. And when you do that, you get money, and you use your money to rebuild the town that you live in, basically. So it's a pretty cool game. It's a top down, like, it looks exactly like Zelda, actually, but it's super fun. If I had a lot of time, I would definitely play this too. Just because it has the two perfect things: fighting stuff and rebuilding a town, dude. Managing an economy. Another game I got is Into the Breach, which I've been talking about forever. You know, it's a kind of like a Final Fantasy Tactics game where you control mechs and robots and stuff. It involves time traveling. Super great game. Wish I had it on the Switch. Last one I got is Wargroove. We talked about this on here before too, from people that made Advance Wars and all that. Super fun. Again, wish I got on the Switch, dude. Which is why I think I'm going to use this opportunity to play these games and get an idea of what I like. Because, yeah, I really can't sit here on my computer and play these games for long amounts of time, you know. Just like you said, you're going to get Final Fantasy VIII on the Switch. Half of the games I mentioned, or 3 out of the 4 games I mentioned right now, will be way better for me to play on the Switch, you know.
Yeah.
Because games like Wargroove and Enter the Breach, those are things I could play like less than 10 minutes at a time, go off, do something else, and then go back to it, you know. But for me to actually like sit and, you know, concentrate so much amount of time just sitting at my desk playing these games on the computer is not going to work out, dude. So this is what's making me wonder, because I want to get Final Fantasy VIII on my PlayStation 4, dude, right?
Yeah.
But I'm never going to play it on my PlayStation 4.
Dude, that's what happened when I got up Xenogears and I got it on my PlayStation. I think it was 3, but never launched it. I just rebought it, and then I bought it again, I think, on my PS Vita, and still never like launched it. I was like, I don't know. I think we just need a lot more time to actually sit down and play these games. But then when you're on a PC, it's more tricky, because then you have to take a while to load things up. You have to sit, get comfortable, versus your console. You just kick back on the couch and
exactly. Yeah, it's not as just do whatever you want, just holding that Switch, man. It's easy. You know what's funny? The most I got into Xenogears was when I went to Australia, man. Because I took my Vita with me to, where was that? To Australia. Yeah. So I took my Vita and I just had Xenogears on there. I was like, all right, dude, I want to play this. So I was playing that shit on the plane, in the airports, man, everywhere I was. I got the furthest there. And I haven't played it since, dude. I got to the desert. We got captured or something, man. So yeah, I'm just in the desert chilling now in that game. But yeah, this is not a bad deal, I don't think. If I had an Xbox, I would definitely just be into, I wouldn't even buy games no more, man. I would just have the Xbox Ultimate Pass, dude.
And you would have the Xbox whatever controller customized $200.
Yes. Oh yeah. How much was it? It's like $180 for a controller.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
No, I would have that too, dude. But the ball's in Sony's court now, man. They got to do something about this, dude. They gotta have a similar service, because right now you can't really. The only games you can download are the PS4 games if you have PlayStation now. Everything else is streaming, and I have not heard of the streaming situation getting any better for video games, dude.
Exactly.
So yeah, if anything, Xbox Games Pass is great. There's a lot of fun games on there that are good to try out. Even on PC, if you don't have an Xbox yet, you get your first month for $1, so you might as well do it. The only thing is yeah, I don't have an Xbox, so it won't be worth the $15 a month for me, unfortunately, dude. And it makes me wish that I bought more games on the Switch since it's portable.
Exactly.
But yeah, and then lastly, they had, speaking of the Switch, we had the Nintendo press conference. Had a solid showing, dude. They introduced all the new Smash characters that are coming out. They have the main character, the heroes from Dragon Quest are going to be playable now. Another Sword and Shield character. Are there too many of those, you think, in Smash?
I think so. And then it's like kind of similar to the way they fight. And I was like, yeah, they got to bring it up, change it up a bit, bring out something else.
Change up how they do the, what do you call it? How they do the fighting. Well, I think they do a little bit. They have some abilities that kind of like RPG-ish where you choose what you want them to do,
Yeah.
But yeah, it's going to be like 5 different skins. I think it's the main character from every Dragon Quest game. So I didn't do that because Dragon Quest 11 is coming to the Switch.
Bring up Godzilla in it.
Wait, but Godzilla would be super small, dude.
Heck yeah.
You wouldn't have Godzilla just be super huge and
that would be his ultimate smash.
What is it? He could be like the Sentinel or Apocalypse in Marvel vs. Capcom, dude. Where he takes up half of the screen. He's the only character in Smash to have a health bar. Because you can't knock him off the platform, dude.
Exactly.
You have to just do damage to him like the hands. That's funny. Well, they kind of answered your question about, having someone fight differently. At the end of the conference, they showed off Banjo-Kazooie is going to be in Smash as well, which I heard people were asking for a long time, dude.
Yeah.
I think Banjo-Kazooie was on... Okay, wasn't on the GameCube. I want to say it was on N64 first, maybe? And then it was on Xbox after that. So I always thought that Xbox were the people that owned it. So it's kind of interesting that they let... Maybe it's just the year of peace treaties, man. Sony and Microsoft are working together on cloud gaming, dude. And now Nintendo and Microsoft are switching characters around, dude.
What if they just develop one console and it plays all 3 cloud service games, cloud streaming games?
Oh, yeah. Shit, dude. You give modders 3 months once everybody comes out with their streaming services, dude.
Yep.
Give modders 3 months, we'll have that, man. And it'll be made with Raspberry fucking Pi, dude.
I like pie.
It'll be fucking crazy, dude. It'll be something so simple, and you turn it on. It's like, okay, what streaming service do you want to use? And you could choose from either fucking Microsoft, Xbox, fucking Stadia, any of those shits, dude.
Damn. I would actually invest in that. Actually, that's like $15 a month for all 3 services. Sure.
Oh,
I'll do that.
That would be crazy. But yeah, so Banjo-Kazooie coming through. Year of the Peace Treaties. More and more, like I said, I think I said that maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. More and more, it's becoming. I think the console war is ending. I think all the consoles are more or less cool with each other and know that they're in their own lanes and just have good competition going on. I think it's going to be more the traditional consoles against game streams like Stadia and whatever Amazon is going to do soon with their streaming games. We'll see. It'll be interesting, man. Competition's always good. Unfortunately for us, we can't have every console, so we kind of have to stick to one and die on that hill.
Yep.
That's okay, because I'll die on the hill that that Final Fantasy VII remake's gonna be on. It'll be a good hill. So yeah, showed a bunch of new fighters on the Switch for Smash Bros. They also showed, oh dude, your favorite game we were just talking about, The Witcher 3 is gonna be on the Switch, dude.
That is crazy to me because I'm like, that is a huge game. Are they gonna load all of that onto the cartridge? You know, did they tone down the graphics? Because it was pretty intensive, and then there's spots when my graphics card would like chug randomly. You know, at certain, when you're like looking at certain scenery with a lot of grass and environment, then yeah. But man, it's gonna be on the Switch, so that's
you played this
crazy.
on? Oh, that's right, you did play this on PC because I have it on PS4. Well, no, just do this, man. I mean, here's how you can play this game on the Switch, right? Just open it up on your computer, turn the graphics all the way down, and that's what it'll look like. Dude.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna actually have to try that. Dude, I have my graphics on like between high and ultimate.
Yeah. No, it's definitely not gonna look like that on the Switch, dude. Because they also came out with Skyrim on the Switch, which can be a beautiful game, you know, if you put it on a tower with a good graphics card. But they had that shit down to the bare bones on the Switch, man. When it was out on there, it did not look the best. Which is what I'm assuming the same thing will be for The Witcher. Bet you Geralt's hair won't move. There won't be any grass. It'll just be green, dude, on the ground. It'll just be the bare minimum to get it running on the Switch, man.
Who won't even have his voice? It's just gonna be text bubbles.
Shit.
Man.
How many gigs is The Witcher 3? Do you know?
It was huge.
Yeah. 100 at least, or what?
Yeah, let me check for mine.
Yeah.
On the PC.
Because I want to say, I don't know how much data those cartridges can hold. I don't know if you would want to download that game on your Switch, dude. My memory card, I think, is barely 100 gigs. But yeah, man, that's crazy. That's good to see, though. But I think what that's meant for is for people that have never played The Witcher 3 before. Because I can't expect you, someone who's played it on PC and finished it already, to play that shit on the Switch, right? I think this game is for people that have just specifically, they have a Switch, that's their only console, and they want an option to play a huge fucking open world RPG and that shit. And now they have Skyrim and Witcher 3, dude, which is kind of crazy.
37 gigs.
Oh, that's not as bad as I thought it was then.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. Okay. They had another Avengers game at the Nintendo, what is it, at the Nintendo press conference, at the Nintendo Direct during E3. This game looks one like I'd play more, though, than the other one. It's just the Ultimate Alliance 3, I think. And this one has all the X-Men in it, and I think Iron Fist is in it, too. So it's very much more than like a cartoony version of the Avengers. And nobody complained about this one. Because you can't compare it to the movies.
Exactly.
Just let the fucking game be the game, dude. Come on, man. I mean, people are so pretentious about stuff. They're just so sensitive about the things that they like. Which, you know, we can be like that too. Fortunately, everything we like, everybody's done it justice. So they also showed that. So we got, 2 different Avengers games getting showed out at the same time. And then we had Link's Awakening, which I might actually buy, dude. They did a Link's Awakening kind of remake where it's isometric 3D. All the music sounds great in it. Have you played that one? You've played Zelda games before, right?
Zelda games, yes.
Yeah. So this one I played on the Game Boy. I think this was only on Game Boy, was it?
Yes.
But yeah, I think I had this game, I had Mario Land, and I had Tetris on the Game Boy growing up. I think like my auntie gave it to me. I never finished Link's Awakening, dude. I only ever finished Mario Land and Well, I got the rocket ships to launch in Tetris, so I count that as being able to finish Tetris, dude.
What about Tetris 99? Finish it all
No,
the time.
dude. The highest we do finish all the time. We're just getting our asses beat.
Yep.
The highest I got was fucking 7th or something, dude. I need to like sit down for an entire day to try and win one of those games, dude. But yeah, I think this would be cool. I mean, I do have memories of playing it coming up. All the music and stuff was very nostalgic for me. I definitely still have the game, but I'm down to play a remake of it now that I can comprehend what's going on and try to finish it. Because from what I understand about, Zelda games is the dungeons are random, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like everything's kind of random once you get in there. I always thought it was the same. Funniest thing though, I forgot who it was that told me. Because there's a shop in the main town, and you could probably do this in other Zelda games, but if you were fast enough, he had a shovel for like 200 rupees or something. It took a lot to get 200 rupees in this game for me. So I remember you could actually pick, the way to buy it is you pick it up and you bring it to him and you talk to him, and that's what, caused the transaction. And he kind of follows you wherever you go in the shop, like he's always looking at you. But if you're fast enough, you could pick up the shovel, walk around this long way where he loses sight of you, and walk out and technically steal the shovel, get it for free,
Yep.
And it even, a text bubble even pops up when you steal it, and it says, "Oh, look at you just got that for free. Do you feel good about it or not?" Kind of like testing your conscience about whether you felt like you did it right or not.
Yeah.
I was like, nah, I'm tight, dude. I got this. I got a shovel for free. I'm out here. And then it just it opens a whole new world, in games like Zelda, kind of like Hollow Knight, where how far you can travel in the game depend on the abilities you have. I was unlocking way more different stuff with the shovel. It just wasn't for getting loot or anything like that. So I forget about it and I go into, the shop again to buy something, maybe a fishing rod or something like that. And the store clerk isn't behind the counter anymore or by the cash register. He's standing in the middle of the screen and he's like, "You think I forgot? You think I forgot that you stole from me?"
Exactly.
The music gets all scary and shit, dude. And he shoots like this fucking Kamehameha at you and you die. That freaked me out as a kid, dude. I was like, I'm never stealing again. It was just a totally different tone from the rest of the game, dude. Oh my god. This guy killed me for fucking stealing a shovel, dude. I have to look at that scene. I have to. If I listen to the music again this day, I might still be like traumatized from it, dude. Because the whole
I think so, yeah.
The whole game just has like nice, uplifting music, right? And then when you get to that part, it happens like dun 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 dun. You're like, oh my god, what did I do, dude? Felt like he was talking directly to me, man, about the fucking about the shovel, dude. So yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good to play again. If you could pull that off again, that would be great. Looks like they added more features too, where you can design your own dungeons and things like that. Is this something you'd be interested in picking up?
Link's Awakening?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like looking at it right now and I'm like, it looks different. Like, oh, well, of course it looks different, but like, is it the same story? It doesn't seem like it's the same story.
Yeah, I want to say it's the same story. I have seen screens where they took tiles from the original one and they had the tiles in the new one and directly compared them. So I think the layout is the exact same.
Yeah, because I remember I played Link's Awakening, but I guess I just don't remember exactly. But it said that it had Mario characters in it too. So.
Oh shit, that I don't remember at all, dude. Either that or it's like some elaborate fucking Mario character, dude.
It looks like he's fishing, and I really just want to fish. That's that's the main goal. That's the main goal.
That's funny, man. So yeah, that'll be sick when it comes out. They showed a bunch of other games, but they ended with a sequel to Breath of the Wild, dude.
I have not even played that game. I only started the beginning and never
I
played.
started in the beginning, threw an apple in fire and cooked it, and that's where I left off, dude.
Yep.
I think I fought like two different troll looking dudes, and then that was it. I fought them with a stick, and that was it, dude.
Damn.
But yeah, man, I need to play that game. That game came out 2 years ago, and there's already a sequel coming out for it, dude.
Exactly.
Which is kind of crazy. But I guess if you have, the technology already out there for you, the map is already created, the graphics are already created. You just have to, do a whole new story and setting and things like that. Then I don't think it'll take too long. It might have taken them forever to make Breath of the Wild, but they're halfway to finishing this one, just due to the fact that the stuff already exists. Um,
Yep.
but I kind of dug the vibe of this one. The trailer was kind of scary. They were playing music backwards and all distorted. Made it seem a lot like Dark Souls ish in a kind of way.
Yeah.
So I'm excited, dude. I know people. The biggest complaint about Breath of the Wild is the dungeons weren't like the traditional Zelda dungeons that people were used to. I mean, I think some of the concepts were there, but just the way they were presented wasn't really to people's liking too much. So I think that's one of the things they're gonna fix in this sequel is go back to the more traditional dungeons and stuff. But shit, man, if I do eventually ever play this game, I'm sure I won't be able to get enough of it, and I'll just play through every fucking Breath of the Wild at once, man.
Damn.
So
I think that's why we have to start now. Maybe before PAX, just play Breath of the Wild. So that way, if we see anything at PAX, then sure. But right now,
dude,
God,
I
it's
just
a big
remembered.
game.
I just remembered we're going to PAX, man. What if,
Yeah.
dude? What if they have Final Fantasy VII at PAX, dude?
They will, because Sony goes there.
Oh my god, I'm gonna be waiting in line for an entire day, dude.
Dude.
for one day, I'm just gonna be in line, bro.
I'd be like, "Where's Brent?" Oh, he's riding
I'm
on the
in line,
motorcycle
guys. Yeah.
right now.
Well, I get back after like the first day at PAX. Everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, hey, what'd you guys play today?" Everybody's gonna have like a whole list of like, 9 or 10 games that they played. Like, oh yeah, I just played Final Fantasy VII today
For 5 minutes.
and that's it, dude. The rest of the 8 hours we were there, I was in fucking line, dude. That's fucking funny, man. But yeah, good times, dude. I can't wait now more than ever. If I'm gonna look that up after this, actually. I hope Final Fantasy VII Remake is at PAX, dude. That would just make my dreams come true, man. But yeah, man. Anything else from E3 stand out to you, dude? It was a big week. There's so much stuff we didn't mention. A lot of indie games that looked super good too. They had the Kind of Funny Games showcase like they did instead of PSX. They had that this year too, and then just showed a lot of games with a lot of potential that I would have never known of otherwise. But yeah, was there anything else that caught your eye, man?
Star Wars.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, that one looked pretty sick. But I just getting a little nervous. Like, I hope the story plays out good. The gameplay really looks amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, please don't mess up the story.
Well, you already know that it's tied in because one of the characters from Rogue One is in it. So
yeah.
I wonder, you have to die at the end of this game, right? I mean, this guy's not around for the rest of the series. So
Exactly.
at one point he's gonna die. We might as well just make it cool.
Or he can go into hibernation
Oh.
and then Star Wars episode 9 releases and boom,
He's in it.
he's in it. He's the real true Jedi.
He's the last one to live. He outlasted fucking Luke Skywalker and shit, man.
Exactly.
That would be so funny if they did that, especially if you've never played the game, right? And then all of a sudden, at the end of Star Wars Episode 9, he pops out and saves the day. Everyone's gonna be like, "What the fuck is this, dude?" And all of us that played the video game were like, "Fuck yeah, dude, let's go!"
Like, hell yeah, he's canon.
That's kind of how I felt watching Episode 3 of Star Wars, just because they had the Clone Wars cartoons on
Yeah,
at that point for a good while. And you just saw General Grievous just fucking killing all kinds of Jedis and all this shit, dude.
exactly.
And then the movie, he just gets shot by fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi and dies. And you're like, all right, dude, never mind. What happened? If you'd never watched those cartoons, you would have thought that General Grievous was just fucking whack, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, that's super funny. Yeah, no, I'm excited for Star Wars 2. Like you said, hopefully it's good. It looks good with the little climbing that you have to do, you know? You do some Uncharted climbing on a AT-AT walker up in that thing.
Yep.
So that looks good, man. Yeah, anything else you check out over there?
Animal Crossing.
Oh, I never played that.
Yeah, me neither. But apparently it's like something really huge,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks pretty cool. Like you can, build your own little area. I guess it's similar to like simulating farming and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played, so it looks like you can build your own little spot and mingle with the town and the town folk and the people and I was like, damn, it looks like there's an economy inside and they're tracking you with receipts and stuff like that. I was like, man, is this teaching you how to be an adult in real life? Yeah. So I was like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. But I might actually have to give it a try, just so I can start fishing.
I was going to say, there's especially fishing in that game.
Exactly.
I think Daryl had this on the GameCube back in the day. And I think it had a day and a nighttime cycle. You know what? I think it coincided with the real life daytime cycle. To where if it was daytime, during the day, and you were playing the game, it was daytime. If it was nighttime, then it would be nighttime in the game. Just because I think that's where that Smash Bros stage comes from, where the guy's playing the guitar and stuff. If you logged on, or if you played that game on Saturday nights, there would be a little concert going on in the town in Animal Crossing. Also, I think that was the first game where I saw they yelled at you for not saving your game correctly or something like that. Like they could tell if you were trying to cheat. Like this little fucking gopher came up and said, "Hey, you didn't save your fucking game." I don't think he says that, but he definitely yells at you for not saving your game correctly. Nintendo is just lucky, man. They have a really, really loyal fan base, I think. And if they're ever out of money, I feel like the next button they could push is Pikmin at this point, right?
Yeah.
Because I think they come out with another Pikmin game, they would sell 1 million more Switches.
Billions more. Yep.
Oh, and then they also announced, so this is the end of Splatoon 2, huh? This is the last Splatfest coming up. That's interesting. I feel like Splatoon 2 didn't come out that long ago, yet they're already not going to support it anymore.
Aren't they? I don't know.
Yeah, because that's why it's like the ultimate last Splatfest with Order versus Chaos or something like that.
Dang. I don't know why. It's like Splatoon was really good. Unless they're coming out with number 3, then I can understand. But
that's probably what it's going to be. But I feel like that was so quick, dude. You know? I mean, you guys have been playing for a while already, but the game hadn't been out for that long. They're probably still going to do like the switch ups. They probably have that set on an automatic algorithm schedule. Like, oh, here's the maps for this 12 hours, you know?
Yeah.
And then the Grizzco stuff, that could probably always just change on an algorithm too. But yeah, those events, they're not going to be anymore. RIP.
Damn.
That means we got to go in on this next one. And we're all not going to be on the same team. I think you and I are going Order. I think Eric's going Order. Yeah, I think it's just Dustin going Chaos again, like a weirdo. Every time, dude. That's too funny, man. But yeah, I think that's all I got. What have I been playing this week? Oh yeah, I've just been playing all those Xbox games, dude. Like I said, it's made me realize how many of these games I just want to buy on a Switch. And then it made me think Nintendo should just have a service just like Xbox, man,
They should.
where we
They
could
should.
download all the games. Instead, we pay for a service and we get a bunch of like NES games, dude. But Nintendo's had that, right? They've always been known to be kind of like stingy with their games and stuff, dude.
hmm
So I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon, man. We did play City Heroes. Oh, World War Z, dude. We haven't talked about World War Z. We've been
Ever?
playing it for like the past 3 weeks and never talked about it, dude. Oh man, but yeah, we've gotten into World War Z, which has turned out to be a super fun game, man. It's hard at first, but as you play it, you gradually like level up your guns and level up your character class. There's different character classes. It's like a melee class, a gun class, explosives. There's a medic. What's the class you play, dude? You throw smoke bombs down and shit.
Fixer.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's like kind of like a support.
Mhm.
And essentially, when people go down, I throw a smoke bomb down. And, it gives us like invisibility for like 3 seconds. So that way, we can at least outrun the zombies.
Yeah.
And another perk of mine is like pick you guys up in like 2 seconds or something or literally a second, So that's why I enjoy that class, just so I can vanish a lot. Like when shit's about to hit the fan, I throw a smoke bomb at my own feet, or I throw it at you guys. So then I run to you guys, and then all of us vanish. So I really like that perk. At first, I was like, you know what? I like Exterminator because he throws like Molotovs. But then I think I'm more useful as a fixer.
Yeah, the more you go on, the support classes become a lot better. I play, me just being all offense all the time, dude. I play as a slasher, so that helps me have just unlimited stamina when I run. They have this kind of gameplay setting where if you're nearby a zombie or if a zombie is really close to you, you can't sprint for some reason. I have a perk that gets rid of that no matter what, I can sprint full speed. I don't get tired when I use melee attacks because there's a little notches of how many times you can do a melee attack. And then I have a stun gun, which is good against the fucking bull special zombies, dude. Because those guys just charge you and slam your ass into the ground. If I can stun them, then you just hit them once in the back and it's GG. We've played through all the story campaigns at medium to hard levels. I don't think we've finished. Well, I think we finished one at like super duper hard, but not the hardest yet. Still getting up there. The game does get easier. The game does get easier as we level up, and we haven't leveled up all the way. We played a little PvP, dude, and owned it up in there.
That gives me a lot of stress.
They have regular game modes from team deathmatch to capture points, King of the Hill. You have to hold on to an objective. Whoever holds onto it the longest wins. The only kind of different thing about it is occasionally, maybe every 2 minutes or so, a zombie horde will spawn. So instead of concentrating on shooting each other, both teams have to concentrate on protecting themselves from the zombies, which is kind of cool because there's a radar in this game. So if you're trying to sneak up on the enemy, once the zombies come, the whole radar turns red. You can kind of use the zombies as your cover to, kill your enemies. So it's kind of cool. There's some strategy into it. It gets pretty deep once you get into the better rounds. I think the first PvP game we ever played, we got our asses kicked, and then we just won the rest of the 4, dude. Just owned it up, man.
Yep.
Got intense, man.
I got last place a lot, so I was like, I am not doing good.
But yeah, that's been a game we've mainly been playing. But yeah, I've just been playing everything on the Xbox store right now. I've been wanting to get the other endings in Sekiro, but I have to get good again, man. My skills aren't there anymore.
Nah, man, it's like riding a bicycle.
Dude, I remember but the thing is like I'm at the last boss, that's where my save file is.
Oh.
and he just keeps kicking my ass. I remember the first time I beat the game, I was seasoned. I had played this game for like a month straight. I knew every parry technique. I knew everything, dude. So I knew how to fight the last boss. This one I have to relearn. I haven't played this game in like 3 months, dude. I have to learn how to fight again. So it's gonna be crazy, man. Anything else you've been playing, dude?
Just mainly Hollow Knight. Man, I'm getting confused. Like, where there should be like a travel system. I am like going through a bunch of maps. Some of them I don't even have the map for, so I'm like lost, and I don't even know where to go exactly. But I'm just kind of exploring at this point. I defeated the Mantis people, or the 3 Mantis, whatever they are, and now like all their Mantis enemies are not attacking me.
Oh, they bow to you and stuff?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's cool.
So now I'm in like this dark, I guess it's called the darkness depths or something like that, and I don't have a light. And there's this one area, like there's spiders, and I didn't have a light, so I was too scared to even like go in there without getting that firefly, whatever light from the shop.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. I think that's all it is, man, is first and foremost, try to buy all the maps and then just look on the map and see where you haven't gone and try to see why you can't go there yet, whether it's because you don't have the right ability to go there yet, or if it's where your next ability is. Because yeah, you're right, they don't really tell you where to go too much in that game. It's kind of just where you end up is where you're supposed to be.
Yeah,
just because you haven't traveled there yet. But you've been finding all those stations, right? Those like bullbug stations.
I just recently opened up one station, like where he's like
the first one.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
I don't know if I've been looking at the wrong places, or because I guess I decided to go there recently, and I was like, oh, what is this giant hole and tunnel, whatever? So I hit the bell, and I was like, oh my god, this been here this entire time. I never hit this bell before.
Yeah, and he could take you automatically to, I think, the first town first, right?
Yeah, it just brings me back up. So I guess I have to go back to the other areas.
Yeah, and find the rest of them. They're usually in the corners, so there's a little bit of a hint to those. The bug part is the worst part of the game, dude, I think. There's a thing down there that I don't know what to do with. I won't spoil it for just in case you run into it, but let me know if you run into something weird down in that part. But it's good to see you're playing that game, because that sequel hopefully comes out soon, dude. You get to play as the chick that you occasionally run into in Hollow Knight, so that'd be a good one. She has a lot more mobility. I feel like Hollow Knight is just this little mate running around, and she can like throw her sword and travel to it and shit like Final Fantasy 15. So hopefully that's sick. But yeah, I think that's it for us, man. It was a good week. A lot of news in regards to video games, man. PAX is like a month away, dude. 2 months away.
Jesus.
I can't wait, dude. Just the thought of being able to play Final Fantasy 7 there has me excited, dude. I'm about to look on the website right now. But yeah, that is it for us this week. We'll see you guys next week. But until then, Rick, some words of wisdom?
If you want to save yourself the trouble later, eat the Tums right after the spicy food.
All right, guys. See you next week.